great-uncle travelled on the Grand Tour of the Far East sometime between 1900 and 1920, I suppose.
Yes.
And he brought back a great number of artefacts from the East.
The first thing any visitor to Japan has to bring back is some souvenir of Mount Fuji.
Of course.
We got a porcelain vase and we got a piece of enamel. Which of these two would you go for?
The vase.
The vase, this little vase?
Yes. I think that is absolutely exquisite.
Well, it's very nicely done, and it is covered in a celadon glaze with a bit of slip, just giving that suggestion of snow on the cap of Fuji, and there is the potter's mark. Well, you've chosen a very modest piece. That would not cost you more today than maybe £30.
Oh.
So would you have paid £35 for this, maybe?
Possibly, yes. I'm not as fond of that.
If you look around the edge of this, you'll see that it has an outline. The enamels are laid into an outline, or cloisons, as they're called. Technically, this is cloisonné, but the central part of this theme is done completely without wires. This is what the Japanese call muzen. And there's one particular exponent of it, a man called Namikawa Sasuke, who's a highly prized worker in muzen enamel. I suspect this is by him.
Right.
And if it weren't for the fact that there is a bruise on the corner, this little tray would not cost you £35, but today would have cost you somewhere in the region of £2,000, £3,000. But that bruise does make a difference.
I'm afraid so.
So knock off a naught. It's still more than your charming little vase.
Yes.
Choose a piece of Satsuma ware. Which of these two do you prefer?
The one with the wisteria inside.
The one with the wisteria?
Yes.
Well, let's have a look first at this one.
That's a cherry, I think.
And here you have a scene of people outside a large wheeled vehicle. I mean, this is a sort of Lord's Mayor procession in Japanese version. But this is not the one you want.
That's the one I wouldn't choose.
You want this one?
I would choose the other one.
Why?
Because of the wisteria inside.
This is the bit you like?
This is the part I like, yes.
The sparrows flying through wisteria.
That's right. I have that in my garden, and it looks beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
So it's sentimental, really, you know.
Well, if I tell you, of these two pieces, you prefer the second.
Yes.
If I tell you the first of these
It's the more valuable.
is worth somewhere in the region of £200 to £300.
Yes.
The second one is by a man called Yabumezan. This is the one you've chosen.
That's the one I would like, yes.
This is worth somewhere between £2,000 and £3,000.
Really? Fantastic.
You've got the right piece.
I got the right one.